After 6 decades of marriage, these two know about love, and they're sharing their message and knowledge to those who need it most. We'll share the Weavers' journey and their secret to happiness coming up.
Well, today is a day of love, and who better to talk about it than a couple that's been together for 60 years.
But Ray and Ellie Weaver not only have a profound love for each other, this amazing couple shares their love with those in need. Welcome to the show, you two.
Thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you also.
I want to get to your love story here in a minute, but why did you two decide to start volunteering 15 years ago for hospice?
Well, I had a little sadness happen to me. I had prostate cancer. Watching a show like this, get the PSA, took it, and my PSA went through the roof. Oh. So I had a choice of surgery or I had a choice of radiation. Took the surgery, and 2 weeks later after the surgery, 0. And today, still 0. So I made the right decision. But then I had to do something kind of nice to get rid of that. Yeah. So Ellie and I were going by and we saw a sign that said hospice. I used to be an activity director in nursing homes, so I knew a little bit about it. So she said, if we do it together. So we took some classes, and we decided we'd be going into nursing homes, and to this day we still call on 2 different nursing homes.
We're with Suncoast Hospice, and we've been calling on the same nursing homes for 15 years.
Wow.
So we've seen a lot of people come and go.
And we've had a lot of great things happen to us there, met a lot of great people. Yeah. One little lady I met, she was Mr. Charm. She didn't even want to look at me. It took a couple of days to get the thing. And finally she said, what did you do? And I said, well, I'm a big-time writer. I've had 10 novels published. And so she said, I write poems. I said, you write me a poem. So she wrote a little poem for me. And when I came back, I'd found out she'd passed away. Oh, wow. But I took the poem and gave it to one of the libraries, and they submitted it in a contest, and she came in 3rd.
Did she really?
And so I took the medal and the little banner that she had back to the nursing and put it on the board, and just then a little tap on the shoulder was her daughter. And she said, can I have these? And I said, of course.
Oh, my
then
goodness.
I submitted the story, although I used different names in different places, to Chicken Soup for the Soul, and they published it for me.
Wow, how fantastic. Can you tell us a little bit more about what it means to the patients and their families?
Well, sometimes our visits are long, sometimes we respect them, first of all, and we kind of go in kind of easy. And one of the things we try not to do is ask a lot of questions. Where are you from? And they end up wanting to know more about us, and tell us about that trip you were on. And oh, we were there. And I had the one lady who was kind of cute. She dressed very nicely. And I said, love that jacket. She said, it's a Talbot.
Never even heard.
I worked in Macy's.
Oh, yeah, Talbot.
It's cute to hear the different things they tell you, you know.
Ellie,
we visit Suncoast Hospice retail stores.
Yes.
All right.
It's a wonderful store.
And he's in there one day, and he goes, here's a Talbot. You know.
He found one.
Yeah, for $5.
Wow.
And this shirt, which the ladies admired, was from Suncoast Hospice retail shop for $3.
Wow.
What has volunteering together done for your relationship?
Well, I think we like to do things together. When in my writing, everything I write, Ellie types and puts it together. That's how my books come together. In hospice, at first it was you call on the girls and I'll call on the men. So I'm visiting the one fella, and he didn't seem to be very interested in me. And Ellie walked in. Ellie said, gee, that's a picture of a farm, just like what I had. He said, sit down, lady. I want to talk to you.
We could talk to you two all show long. Thank you so much for taking some time to speak with us. You've inspired us to volunteer. If you would like to volunteer or help out, you can go to suncoasthospice.org.
Yes.